Set. Waiting.
Check black 54. Black 54. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Like 22.
And middle. Switch. Pick that.
Now a first down throw. Stanford. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. Detroit. Kenny Galladay. 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Pittsburgh. Check 55 to mine. Here we go. Sit. Out. Tighten up. Check 3.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
70. 59. 11.
Throwing is Stanford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
0. Easy. Motion.
Mike.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Second and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Irv Smith Jr. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now a give running right, it's Cook. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. Second and 5. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was pretty good outside of the pocket making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Go! Zero! Fresno! Hey! Motion!
From the 25 on second down, Stafford, he's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit, 49 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll try the left side. Swift. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. These two teams all tied after 1. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Hey. Mike 55.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check three.
2nd and 10. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
On 3rd down, they go wedge. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Like 7. Hey, Zoom. Hey, 50.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Paul Richardson. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike. Target. Go. Undercrush.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Smith here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Switch. 1st down, Vikings.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Marcus Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bailey got the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. This will be taken in at the 1.
We got this. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach here says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll run with Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 9-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check nine, check nine.
They try again with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. They'll set up to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marcus Johnson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You better bring it. Watch the edge. Pin. Check 59, Mike. Mike is... Stay 50, stay 50. 59. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
The final shot before the break. Stanford eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Let's go.
Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Lynch. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Now back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check. Lucky. 49.
They'll set up a throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
2nd and 15. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide. Wide away. Watch twist. Slam.
Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll drop the throw over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Joker. Watch the safety creep. Check.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Lady! He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Check nickel.
Alert flare. Check DVP alert. Check.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
11. Double right.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Third and long. It's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Stafford on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check 13. Check 13.
Whip.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Bailey's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 4. It's a 3rd and 5.
Middle. Check right.
Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, the run with Lynch. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with